Hey, and welcome to your reading for Mercury Retrograde. And Mercury Retrograde is happening in Libra. It starts on Sunday, 10:10, I believe, p.m. Pacific time. So East Coast, that would be Monday morning at 1 a.m., I think. That's correct. Going live and doing math at the same time, apparently there's an extra little step involved. So, anyways, see if anyone joins, or if you catch this after, just know the message is perfect for you, for where you're at on your twin flame journey, or who you might believe your twin flame to be, if you're the divine feminine or the divine masculine. This reading is going to have something for you. I am going to focus on channeling from the divine masculine for the divine feminine. But if you are a DM watching this, or just if you want, that other perspective, I'm also going to incorporate what's going on for the divine feminine to balance things out. And I mean, this is Libra season. It's all about balance, right? So it's important. So I'm going to start with some chakra cards. And by the way, if you do catch this live and you happen to want a live reading, those are available on my website. But you have to let me know before the live ends. I also do this a lot on TikTok, which I know is, I'll be on for longer. It's a little more, there's more engagement. So definitely catch me on TikTok. Follow me there if you want to be part of like a live community, if you like to. So without further ado, I'm pulling chakra reading cards. I think I just held that up. I guess I was in the middle of talking about personal readings that you might want for yourself during the live. So just in case I mentioned it, and here we go. So this first card is really to get started with Mercury retrograde. What is the divine masculine? Just like, what's his message? So the message is personal power. So he's really encouraging his divine feminine to be empowered and not to depend on him for his masculine power to empower her. And in her, perhaps you watching this, if you're the divine feminine, would be her, if that's what you go by pronoun wise, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, then by not relying on your divine masculine for personal power, you're actually taking back your power, but you're also encouraging your divine masculine to then empower and amplify your union in a positive way. So it's one of those things where, and it is kind of this Libra balancing act, where if you go deeper into balance rather than just trying to stay and maintain the current level of harmony, it might be uncomfortable, but that's how you have this kind of a breakthrough, okay? And the divine masculine is naturally going to nurture that. Like, think about that dad energy, whether or not you had the dad that you would have wanted to have had or do have. You can't deny that dad energy of just like there's a specific way that, like, the divine father encourages you as a child, that's it's its own thing, and there's like an encouragement of you to claim your power and space to do that. And that's what the divine masculine wants to provide, because like that helps him feel good, like then the divine masculine can be the divine masculine, and the divine feminine can be the divine feminine. And that's a very relaxing state to be in. And it allows you, actually, that relaxing energy is what allows you sometimes to burst forth in a balanced way. And this may be something that even happens more so after Mercury retrograde, because as you may know, Mercury retrograde is a time of like kind of, retrograde. So it's introspection. It's going a little bit backwards in a way, but sometimes that's when you can work through very powerful blocks and burst forth at the same time, because you're kind of hitting this place right where the momentum is. And so you can really kind of burst through a block. But you have to just be compassionate with yourself and not focus on bursting through blocks. But don't be afraid to embrace whatever it is that's in front of you. Like my cat who's outside and being cute. Um, she like wanted to go out, now she wants to come back in, but that's okay. She can come in after this. Yeah, and so let's pull another card. Well, this is like the most Libra card in the deck, of course. I got this for the middle. I feel like I got this for the middle card for Libra season when I did my reading on TikTok. So there's a lot of emphasis on Libra energy in Libra season with Mercury in Libra. So if you don't know the sign of Libra very well and you want to look it up and see what about the description of that sign resonates for you, that could be helpful. Or just think about it if you kind of do. But justice, obviously the scales and justice, truth. Truth is very important because it's like an aspect of justice. Now it's interesting because Sagittarius is about truth, seeking, spiritual seeking, and a fire sign. And so we see this, it kind of looks like Sagittarian energy. And I don't have like the chart right in front of me of the moment or what's going on. So I can't really speak to that like from an astrological perspective at the moment. Wow, really stumbled over that word. But there is that energy of expansion. And again, I mean, you're kind of seeing this explosive energy again in both cards. And so the divine masculine is encouraging the divine feminine to just be truthful. Sometimes we think, especially like the Libra energy is, keep the harmony, maybe be passive aggressive, worst case, so that you don't like get caught in the truth. But the truth is exactly where Libra and where Mercury retrograde Libra needs to go, and to just claim the truth. It doesn't mean you can't be harmonious in your speech and your actions. It's not like you're going out of your way, hopefully, to be a drama king or queen. But it is important to also, if you are actively healing your upsets, which I personally hope that you are, because it's a really powerful tool to use the mirror exercise, which is linked below, to do that. And it's also something I do with my clients in sessions. It's taught by Jeff and Shalia, who are spiritual teachers, and you use the mirror exercise to clear your blocks to your harmonious twin flame union and beyond. This card is like, and beyond. Okay. So it's important to remember the basics, but to get to the upset, which is a part of this spiritual tool, you have to be honest. And sometimes that can be the hardest part. And this can also depend person to person, because some people are better at that sort of level of honesty you need, and maybe to work through certain blocks, but maybe there's somewhere where you're not being as honest with yourself as you think you are, because you're so used to, I'm a really honest person, or this or that. And like something that came up for me recently that I'm working on is honesty. Okay, but then like, are there things that it's like, okay, I see that, but I'm not like, am I addressing it as thoroughly and as efficiently as is being called for? Or am I kind of like backlogging a little bit? Because that can also be a form of dishonesty or kind of passive aggression too, where you're maybe putting something off because you have certain feelings about something or someone, or you just have an upset. It's okay. You got to have compassion for yourself. It's not like time to be extra critical. And I think that that's what the divine masculine has to say too, is just that you need to have compassion for yourself too about the truth. Like, it's okay to, like what Seal, the famous singer, says, like, gotta get a little bit crazy, something like that, right? It's a good song. But it's true. Sometimes you have to get a little bit crazy. I mean, look at this card. It's like, the scales is like someone's dousing one side and someone's got the other side on fire. It looks really cool. It looks really honest. Looks very like something is happening there. but we don't like need crazy, like kind of what feels chaotic. But sometimes things are naturally going to come up when the truth is revealed. And so if you are choosing peace at the core, that is what is important, because then God can guide you in the way that is best for you to receive your own, like the healing that's meant for you, that your higher self is, working you up towards. You're raising your vibration so that you can be in union with your twin flame and harmonize and continue that process. And furthermore, just plain old raise your vibration because you're ascending to be with the divine. And it doesn't really matter like how that exactly plays out, but if you're honest, do you want to be with your twin flame? And that can be a good thing to get honest on too. And I think that's a question that the divine masculine is asking the divine feminine. Are you being truthful about how much you want to be together? And what are you doing about that? And let's pull a card now for the divine feminine. So the divine feminine's card, I'm laughing. It's a very sweet card. I don't know. It feels like very feminine to me compared to the other two cards. So it's the heart, it's love. It's also very fiery though. And so yeah, it is about just surrendering to love essentially and letting the divine guide you and trust that you are being guided correctly, and that you're going to move through your blocks and you're going to move through them swiftly, easily, because you're choosing the truth and you're choosing to be in your personal power. And Libra season is going to help you with relationships because Libra season loves, like Libra is very loving of relationship. And Mercury retrograde in Libra is going to help you with communication in regards to love and how you communicate not only with others, not only with your twin flame, not only with God, but with yourself. How you communicate with yourself is key and fundamental, because if you're like catching yourself, kind of nitpicking at yourself, basically, being extra critical of yourself or anything like that, then, well, it's gonna it's going to be more intense because you're aware of it. And Mercury retrograde is taking you to that place so that you can love yourself and so that you can heal and that you can see how much you desire your union. If you are indeed desiring it at all, you're going to heal there and you're going to feel that. And just know that that's okay. And that's another message from the divine masculine that, it's safe and it's good and it's okay. I'm just getting the word okay in a very sweet space for divine feminine to just feel her feelings and to like let that be her light, like let that light radiate and feel how that is like enough, basically. So that's really beautiful. I'm going to pull one more card to just tie this reading together, and I'm going to pull it from another deck. What deck is it going to be? Let's do Nature's Whispers. It's pretty grounding and kind of like not exactly relationship oriented, but very love oriented, a little relationship oriented. And that's by Angela Hartfield, in case you want to know. Almost having some cards pop out, but I think I'm gonna. No, that's okay. So shuffling them. And the first card is heighten your vitality. Well, I said first, and maybe it's going to be more than just one more card. So yeah, heighten your vitality. Well, this is saying just to take some rest and recharge time. I feel like this is both for the divine masculine and for the divine feminine right now. It's about what do you feel when you see this card? Do you feel pressure to be more vital? Or do you take it as a signal to allow yourself to do the things that would have you be more vital. And you could kind of feel the distinct difference between the two. And it's not necessarily a bad thing to put pressure on yourself if it's directed from God, from a loving place at times. Sometimes you need a push to do something, and but it's expensive to do that. And so it comes at a price. Now, self-care also comes at a price, right? Because then you're not doing other things. So this is really asking you, especially again with Libra season, to balance that, to look at how you can really prioritize loving yourself and what love is truly calling you to do. Because it might be a little bit more of one or the other that you have been a little bit like not doing as much, to kind of balance that out right now. So it might be either more self-care to balance it out, or a little more push, or it can be, it's probably a little bit of both, right? Like you're not just going to spend the whole Libra season like with face masks on. It's too much for your face anyway. So let's pull another card. Inner truths. Yeah, it's a very peaceful card, peace seeking, seeking the truth. It's really taking us back to the second to first card about balance and kind of like Libra season. And then if we even go back to like the very first card, we get the personal power card. And you can see how like when you're seeking the truth and you go to that place, this is where your personal power is. And this is where you're going to find it. And this is where you're going to naturally have these breakthroughs in love. And you can do it from just like not needing to make energy yourself, because your energy doesn't come from you, it comes from the divine. So that's how you're going to heighten your vitality. You are going to be able to have that breakthrough. Oh, thank you for the emojis. It's really cute. Twin flames are forever. Thanks. Yeah, so what else about this? Well, if you look at the little images in the back, it does look like different parts perhaps of childhood. So just keep that in mind too, that it might take you to some different kinds of very specific memories. And don't be afraid to fully embrace that and feel your emotions, even if you don't understand why you're so emotional about something, because that can lead you to a personal truth too. The truth is not just facts and figures, but it's beyond that. It's your being, and you need feelings to lead you to the essence of your being. And the feelings are going to allow you to also connect with your twin flame and clear those communication blocks for Mercury retrograde. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will catch you later. You can check out the links below if you would like more info and like support or anything you're curious about. And also like and subscribe if you want to get notifications when I put out my next video, and support this channel, and just support twin flames, like the whole twin flame community and everything. And check out my recommended channels as well. All right, take care. Peace. Bye.